happening, everybody? Let's see what we got here. We got Norma Thomas in the house. That girl, Susie Pops, Jenny Anderson, Just Joan, Rosemarie. Yeah, so I I said it live, and I saw everyone in the chat that was there. What's up, Donnie Color? I saw everyone that was there in the chat, and I went live, and nothing was happening, and it was really, really weird. What's going on, Antimony? So yeah, I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on with that, and I think that thing is still up. It's not letting me take it down. What's up, Save Robbie? I see that I saw in the other chat that what's up, Sandy Jersey girl? I saw in the other chat that Just Joan has changed her name, and for the purpose of her changing her name, I'm not gonna say who she is, but it is Robbie's mom. So thank you for doing that, Robbie. It concerned me as well. So I'm glad that she did that. Catching Feels, what's up? Angelina ATF, that girl. I wanted to do this live tonight because and I talk about this sometimes quite a bit. And I talk about how how YouTube is fucking weird, man. Right? What's up, Mandy, Texas gal? It blows my mind sometimes how people behave on here, but I have a different gripe this time. I have a little bit of a different gripe. What's up, Susan Mundy? So as you guys know, my friend Danielle, she has a channel, and her channel is called Real Massacre Talk, and she has been avidly and consistently covering the Gannon Stock case. Hey, Eric G, what's up, buddy? Thanks, man. I'm glad. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Actually, Eric G. But she and I've had some disagreements with her as far as certain things and how she handles things, how I would handle things. And I mean, it's really not my place to tell people what to fucking do with their channels, but whatever. But anyway, she had a live the other night, and I want to be clear about something. I'm talking about this because Danielle is my friend. I'm proud to call her a friend. And we have our differences sometimes, but those differences are very, very mundane in the grand scheme of things. Consider how long her and I have known each other, what we've done together here. We, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to back her up, you know, and even when I think she's wrong, I'm going to defend her channel. I'm going to, you know, I just because there's one or two things that I may not agree with doesn't mean that I have a lack of respect for her in any way as a creator. And a lot of you follow Danielle and Real Massacre Talk, and for a lot of you, it's the go-to channel to follow the Gannon Stock case. And you know, I kind of laid back from talking about it and from discussing it too much. You know, when there's developments, like I said, when there are developments, I am going to come on here and I am going to, you know, give my 2 cents on that stuff. But something happened recently on her channel, and actually, from what I heard, it was a beautiful moment, actually, because I think everyone right now is getting really, really frustrated with the fact that Gannon has not been located, and there's no information so far, at least not released to the public, as to his whereabouts, um, safe or unsafe. We don't know anything. We don't know if there's a criminal investigation. We don't know if there's uh, we don't know what's going on with Gannon right now, and everybody's becoming very, very frustrated. And this does happen. This happens in past cases. Anybody who follows true crime, and you, hey Don J, um, hey, what's up, Breakfast Club and Lufa? Uh, Anybody who's followed the Gannon, or the Gannon stock case, or any other case in the past, when things like this happen, uh, and there's a missing kid, and we don't know anything, or a child's been hurt, or an innocent person, even of any sort, gets hurt, or worse, we want to know. We want to know what's being done to get justice for these things. That's what we demand. We're the public, and we have this forum where we get to be heard. And many of us use this forum very responsibly for the most part, but at least take advantage of this forum for good things. And there was a beautiful moment that took place on Real Massacre Talk a couple of nights ago, where a creator and subscriber, and he panelist, he tends to join Danielle's panel regularly, and out of the kindness of his heart, this is what I heard with my ears, out of the kindness of his heart, he offered $1,000 for the return of Gannon, safely, or whatever. He offered $1,000 for Gannon's return home, within, I believe, the next 48 hours. When somebody openly says something like that, that's a private offer. And also what took place was people in the chat offered to match this, or at least donate, but no link was dropped, nothing. And I don't know how things work, but the steps were not put in place to move forward with it, other than everyone kind of, in the chat, who was in the chat, that contributed to what was happening on panel, verbally. It was a beautiful moment. It was a moment where people who really care about Gannon, who care about Gannon's family, want closure for them, and they want Gannon safely. They want to know that Gannon is safe, and it was worth it to them to offer money for this to happen. And just like Jenny Anderson is saying here, it was a pledge. No money was exchanged. No money. There was no link put up. There was nothing done to that effect. And all it was a very, very touching moment, because I believe that everybody who offered this money meant it. And so apparently, I believe it's Gannon's aunt. I won't say her name, but Gannon's aunt, I'll leave that stuff to Danielle, because like I said, I'm talking about my friend right now. I am not here to trash talk anybody in the family. That's exactly what I'm stepping away from, is the details involving social media and the exchanges that happen between Tisha and whoever. That's the stuff that I basically kind of pledged, as it's been put in the chat about this money, but I've pretty much pledged that I'm not going to get into that stuff, because it's caused problems between Danielle and I don't like having problems with a friend. But what happened with Danielle, unfortunately, was they mentioned her channel, and it really bothered me that, hold on one second here. So wait, she actually just sent me a text. Let me see what this says real quick. Oh, this dipshit. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's do this real quick, because this is a fun opportunity right now, because I am going to tear this motherfucker a new one. So let me see here. And I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to bring this up in a second, but I have to actually find this all right, so let me find this real quick. All right. So I'm going to this channel here. Let me mute that. All right. So I have to find this thing, because I should have done this beforehand, but and I think they may have actually taken the video down. I hope that they did. Well, no, it doesn't look like it, because I could pull it up on my phone, but I can't seem to find it right here, which kind of bothers me. But I am going to find the shit, and I am going to play it for you. And here we go. I found it. So I'm going to screen share this bad boy. All right. Let's do this. Sorry. Saturday, saying we I gotta replay it. Really 4 weeks since. Pause it. Gotta full screen it. All right, here we go.
Gannon Stoute's disappearance comes another fight for the family. A pop-up of seemingly fake donation pages. According to Gannon's aunt, one post claimed to be raising funds for nationwide billboards with Gannon's face. Another said a reward would be issued if he was returned.
And right there, as you can see, is Danielle's channel. A screenshot of Danielle's channel. She's got True Helper and Amy in that picture, and she panels with them often. And so what it's saying is a reward has been issued, which is something somebody else put that. I think it was Gannon's aunt that said that the reward was issued. There is no reward that has been issued by anybody. And I want to be abundantly clear about that. No reward has been issued by Danielle or True or Real Massacre Talk or her True Crime channel. No reward has been officially issued. And they had no right, in my opinion, to Danielle can talk about Gannon's family however she sees fit. I'm not going to get into that. My gripe is with Fox 31 News in Denver. And it seems to me like they are just looking for anything regarding the Gannon case, and they're not doing much fact checking. Now, call me crazy, but why in blue perfect fucking hell would a news station not do any type of research before running a story on their local news station? Because I mean, even rinky-dink YouTube channels have enough sense and have enough integrity to fact check before they post something or before they go live. Even most rinky-dink YouTube channels do this. People who aren't even getting paid, people who may or may not collect donations, but that's because people believe in their art. People believe, because this is what we do here. What we do here is entertainment. What we do on YouTube is merely entertainment. It's all it is. And yet at the same time, most true crime channels on YouTube will at least fact check, will at least make sure that they are not being hurtful towards anyone when they run something or when they do a live or when they make a video and post it. We actually care about some credibility. And the thing is I feel like Fox 31 News in Denver felt like, well, we're Fox. We can pretty much do whatever the fuck we want, and people are just going to listen to it, and they're going to take it because it's spoon-fed to them, because people come and listen to us and they count on us for getting facts. But we don't really give a shit what the facts are, because people are going to believe that they're facts simply because they come from us. That's the kind of integrity that I'm sensing here. That's the kind of lack of integrity that I'm sensing from this news station. And whether it was now catch and feels, whether it was a beautiful thing or not, I mean, it was a beautiful thing, but it's not that they shit on a beautiful thing. It's that they misreported. The fact that what I mean, nobody asked for that to be put on a news station. Nobody asked for any type of recognition from mainstream media. Nobody asked for that. And I remember I had somebody who subscribed to us both, and I consider a friend on here. She emailed me, and yesterday, man, I got to tell you, yesterday I was like, I gotta take a little break from YouTube, not because it was bothering me. It was just like, you know what? Let me just kind of disconnect from it for a night. And I found a couple movies to watch. I watched a couple movies. I was chilling, and I still couldn't even stay away completely. Not just because of that. Like, Save Robbie went live, and he had some dude playing guitar in his basement, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And then I was like, wait a minute, I need to get off here. And but I told myself I was just gonna not do YouTube for a night, and then I get this email from I get this email from one of my subs here, and saying, hey, you gotta reach out to Danielle. It's like she's somebody's really messing with her. And I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, oh man, so sure enough, I go, I text her, whatever. And then lo and behold, I go on YouTube and she's live. So of course she's talking about what's going on. but she seems calm and cool, so okay, nothing's crazy. And then I'm looking in the chat, and then I realize people kind of fill me in, and then they tell me what happened. And uh, you know, the kind of person I am, I try to think logically, right? So I'm looking at this situation, and I'm thinking, well, that's good publicity, you know. I mean, she didn't do the things that she said that she did. And she can prove it. The lives are there on YouTube. The chat's open, everything, nothing's hidden. And there's no way nothing was set up. No medium or method of collecting funds was ever posted or set up or even set up. So I was like, well, let them come check you out. You know, let them come check you out. And yeah, hey, Rachel Skyta, that's her name. Well, Rachel Skyta, shame on you. Shame on you for not doing any fact checking whatsoever, for not even living up to the minimum standard of reporting a story. And I don't have any journalistic training. I just know what I want to see from a news source. The minimum that I expect from a news source is the truth. So how dare you? How dare you? How dare you take someone's image and post it on your news on your little news story just to have something? Because I know what was going on. I know what was happening. We got to run something on Gannon. Oh, well, we got to do the phony donations thing, and we'll come off like we care. We'll come off and we'll say the authorities are warning. And that's absolutely true. Of course, you can't. This happens with every case. People set up phony PayPals and phony GoFundMes, and people set these things up all the time, and they're fraudulent. We know this. This is no secret. This happens in every case. They wouldn't know that because they don't follow all these cases like Danielle does. Danielle follows all these cases, and this is something that's not uncommon. And this is actually something that I've heard her on numerous occasions, not just one, not just two, not just three, but on numerous occasions, I've heard Danielle speak against these things. I've heard Danielle sit there and talk about how shitty people are for trying to capitalize on something like a missing child or a murdered family. I've heard her do it numerous times. So to talk about someone, a little YouTube creator, but someone who's trying to make a big difference like Danielle, for you to talk about her and question, not just question, but flat out accuse her of lacking integrity. That's a lack of integrity on your part as a journalist. That's absolutely a lack of integrity on your part as a journalist. So Fox 31 News in Denver, do us all a favor. Get your shit together. So anyway, moving on. So then I get another text from Danielle, and we got this jackass. And I'm going to let you guys watch this with me. Because I'm going to just go ahead and search. Let me stop the screen real quick. All right, let me find the right one, guys. Give me just a second here. All right. Yeah, because she sends these to me in text, but all right, here we go. I don't know why my thing's taking so long to load here. I know you guys can hear that, but hold on. So, oops, my bad. All right, it's sorry about the buffering, guys. Fucking StreamYard sucks sometimes. All right, so let me turn this shit down because this thing doesn't have any audio anyway. So basically, this is what I consider to be a YouTube bottom feeder. And this person just, yeah, porn music, exactly. It's probably what he stole it from. So let me get to the juice here. Let me get to why the fuck is Dog the Bounty Hunter in this guy's video? All right. So I haven't even watched this yet, guys, but I'm quite certain that Mr. Crime Time Medicine, Mr. Crime Time Medicine, who's got, let's see what he's got here. This man's got a whopping 386 subscribers, and I'm not trashing him for having very little subscribers, but let's let's take notice here when it comes to someone who has, 300. The goal is what? Let's be honest. The goal is what, guys? When you have a channel, the goal is to reach a certain amount of subscribers. The goal is also, in many cases, not all cases, but most cases, to gain monetization, right? But the thing is there's nothing wrong with that. I do it and I'm fine with it. I can do with or without it, to be perfectly honest, but it's nice. It's nice when YouTube is willing to give you some money for what you're doing. It's nice when your subscribers are willing to donate. All that stuff is great. But my thing here is this guy. This guy was brought on to. Now, I first heard about this guy because the Heidi Broussard case was happening, right? And he was posting some stuff regarding the Heidi Broussard case, and he was very private, and he's not hiding. He was accused of hiding and whatnot, and he definitely had he had a bit of an opinion regarding the Heidi Broussard case, and he shared his opinions with my mods, at least some of them, and he shared some of my opinions regarding the Heidi Broussard case. But I only commented on one or two of his videos. I did not reach out to him. I wasn't sure about him. I don't like going, hey, this guy is okay, before I know anything about him. And so apparently somebody who was on my mod team before, the twerk team, as it were, someone in there, I guess, reached out to him, or maybe they were aware of him, and then he just joined the chat on Danielle's channel at one point, and she recognized him, and so she brought him on panel, and he was on panel a few times on Real Massacre Talk, and he started breaking a rule that Danielle is very, very adamant about in her chat and in her on her lives, and she will not allow any trashing of other creators on her channel. So what she would do is warn, hey, don't do that, please. No trashing other creators on my channel. Please don't do that. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't. I don't like to engage in that. She's always very kind. She's always very clear about it, though. And she's adamant about it. And she will enforce it. So this guy just didn't seem to want to respect that. And he started trashing a certain creator regarding how they handled the Heidi Broussard case. And he would not respect Danielle's wishes. And exactly, Danielle does not like to engage in drama, and that is the main reason why she will not allow that to happen on her channel. That's not what she's there to do. She's there to discuss cases and cases alone, not how other creators handle the cases, not anything of that nature. So, and I respect that. I respect that a lot about her. And I think that's why her channel is doing so well, because she is doing a very, very consistent and good job with the Gannon Stalk case. And when this Crime Time Medicine guy would not follow the rules, well, we simply told him, hey, you can't do that, because I'm a mod on her channel as well. And she said, you can't do that. Please don't. And A few people told him. And I guess his ego got a little crushed. I guess his ego got a little bruised. And he said something rude, and then he left and never joined the chat again, and much less never joined the panel again. And so this person decides to jump on a chance to trash Danielle and post that video. And so on top of the embarrassment that she had to endure from Fox 31 in Denver's irresponsible actions, she has to deal with this guy pissing on her wounds. So this guy right now, I mean, this, you know, it's just sad to me that somebody will compromise someone's, I don't even know how to word it, because I don't want to say compromise their integrity, because I doubt that there is any integrity. There's definitely no integrity in that action, but I don't think that there's any integrity in that person possibly either. Because if you're willing to do that, it sounds to me that you're that desperate. You're that desperate just to reach a point where you're going to collect money. Because if you had looked at the facts, or if you had even bothered, because nobody, to my knowledge, nobody said, hey, you're not welcome in that chat anymore. You got butthurt because you broke a rule, period. You got butthurt because you broke a rule, and then you left. You said some stupid shit, and then you left. Nobody booted you. Not that I know of. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But, and he's, yeah, a juggaloon is right. So, my whole thing is, you know, if you're gonna, man, you were on the verge. I was actually kind of rooting for you. I thought you kind of acted like a tool in Danielle's chat, but I was kind of rooting for you, you know, because you seem to put some work into your videos. That's cool. You know, you put more work into your stuff than I do mine. I just get up here and run my mouth. I just get up here and call people out for dumb shit. So all I'm thinking is, I hope this guy does okay. I hope it works out for him. You know, I hope he covers a case in ways that nobody else has, and he seems to talk about the stuff that nobody wants to talk about, and that's cool. But you know, then the guy he gets butthurt because somebody called him out, and he got embarrassed, and he got a little humiliated. He felt a little humiliated. He felt like people were picking on him or something. And then he turns around and he makes this video just to jump on a bandwagon. I got no respect for that. I got no respect for that at all, man. So, you know, good luck to your channel. But you know what? If you want to be taken seriously as a creator, if you don't want to end up in that side of things, that people are always, all the creators that you respect, the ones that they just don't even associate with, if you don't want to end up in a corner with those people, then maybe get your facts straight before you post something. Get your facts straight before you attack another creator. Because how ironic was it? How ironic was it that he attacks the creator who called him out on attacking creators? How ironic is that? And is that a coincidence? Probably not. I haven't done this in a long time. I haven't sat here and shat all over somebody who was acting a fool on here in a while. So you know, in that sense, thanks for that, you know, because it's always fun. I prefer to not have these situations happen where I feel like I got to do it. But, you know, there you go. And I'm not even going to say his name again. I don't want people subscribing to his channel just because I fucking mentioned the asshole's name. this bottom feeder. I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to give this guy like any leverage at all to or any support for putting out trash, for sitting there putting out trash on somebody who gave him a hand, dude. Who how many times all of us mods in her chat dropped this guy's link? Why do you think he has so many creators? When he was first discovered, this guy had like 10 subs, literally like 10 subs. And somebody on my mod team at the time noticed him, noticed his videos, and gave him a little recognition. And then what he does is he ends up going on Danielle's channel, and he goes on panel, and the one time somebody says, "Hey man, chill out." And I guess he wanted to feel or look like, he just wanted to start some shit and make a name for himself, because I guess it wasn't happening fast enough. And Danielle said, "Well, not here, dude. It's not going to happen here. You're not going to do that here." So the man makes a video. Saying YouTube creators are making fraudulent accounts. Let me tell you something, man. That is not Danielle, dude. That is not Danielle. I don't like to speak up for people, man. I don't really like to do that, because people they tend to turn around and just do something after you spoke highly of them. They turn around to do something to make you go, fuck, man, damn, I wish I would have never put my name behind theirs. It happens all the time. It happens here all the time. People do it all the time. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't know that dude. And that's kind of what I did with him. But Danielle didn't do that. Danielle put him on panel and said, "Hey man, this guy's all right, and then he fucked it up for himself." And so, just out of retaliation, out of the kind of retaliation we see on here all too often, and we all know the type of person or the type of so-called creator that engages in this type of backlash. We all know the type. And congratulations there. Congratulations, homie. Now you're in category with them. Good for you. Good for you. So, yeah, man. So moving on, man, a lot of people had joined the chat here. Thank you, all of you. I haven't really been looking at the chat. If I miss your name, I'm sorry. Donnie Color, Danette, it's good to see you. Maria, Sylvia, Save Robbie's in the house, of course. Soul for Music, Norma Thomas, AJ. Yeah, man. So, while I'm I'm transitioning from a vibe of while I'm transitioning from a vibe of fuck you, buddy, to gratitude, kind of the opposite. I want to thank everybody who joined the chat and was really, really productive in joining the chat when I had Colton Harris Moore on here. It was really, really fantastic. Just the fact that he even agreed to do it, and not just agreed to do it, he seemed enthusiastic about it. And I love that about what happened, because it just, hey, and on and on. I love that happened, because he was genuinely excited. And I really felt a deep connection with him very quickly, and it was great. And so I felt like a lot of people in the chat we're picking up on that vibe as well, and that was really really cool because everybody was just kind of listening to that, and everybody was so engaged, and everybody was so respectful. Especially since he doesn't talk to media. It was really kind of him to put up that Twitter post and say that he was doing this simply because he liked my channel and where it was coming from and what I'm trying to do with it. So I that's it was beautiful. But it's I gotta read you guys a comment, man. So this kind of blew my mind. This was really funny to me. I gotta read you guys this comment about that. So so one of my subs is she is called We Are One, and she left this comment. I posted a thing in community, and she left this comment saying, "Brilliant, holding off till wine and sunset to listen to the replay of the live of Colton with Colton. Having a group of friends over and putting it on the big screen. How's that for fandom?" And I was like super impressed with that. I was like, wow, okay, you're having a watch party with my shit. That's all right. That's cool. So then she later on comments like the result. And so like it's really funny to me. She says, "Will, thank you for being such a great feature at my YouTube junkie gathering." So I guess she had like a YouTube themed party. I guess she has this in common with like real life friends. Like none of us have that in common with our real life friends. We just this is our dirty little secret, right? We come on here and we interact with each other, but nobody, so she's like, yeah, so I was the feature of her YouTube junkie gathering. Started out as a small group and then ended up with 17 peeps. I really wanted my soul friends to view your gratitude vid as it affected me tremendously, and some of my peeps needed to see your perspective. We followed up with you and the Barefoot Bandit. Sorry about that. I don't like to use that. And pure excellence. Attention all. Watching the glare on the 80-inch on the 80-inch under the moonlight was super cool. Lots of wine and cigars and the other fun scents thwarted the coolest discussions of self-reflection. Very cool vibe. That shit is crazy to me. Okay, why in blue perfect fucking hell would you have this face, bro? On an 80-inch screen. Don't do that to yourself. Now, Colton's, I get that. That dude is pretty. That dude is very pretty. But for me, yeah, I found that kind of weird. But I was beyond flattered to have read that. A watch party with this bullshit for on an 80-inch screen. That shit is so funny to me. But I'm so glad that she had fun and that her friends had fun and that I could entertain people that way, man. Wow. That was fantastic. So yeah, man. That was a big deal to me. And talking about weird, right? Now it's funny. I when I was talking privately with Colton, I asked him, I was very, very straightforward with him. And I told him, hey, if you have like a PayPal, send me the link and I'll have my mods in my wrenches drop it in the chat, just as a thank you for you doing this. I mean, and he responded, with, no, I'm not, driven as he is about money, right? As driven as this guy is about money, he refused it. I can read exactly what he said in his text, just so I don't miss quote him in any way. Oh, now I have to kind of find it. But yeah, I think it actually started this whole conversation about money. And let me see. Sorry, I didn't realize we had texted this much. But I did at one point ask him for a PayPal link if he had one. I don't even think he even has one, but let me see here. Um, I'm sorry, guys. Give me just 1 second here. Let me find this because, like I said, I don't want to misquote him in any way. Okay. And he okay, yeah, I asked him that. Okay, yeah, I said if you have a PayPal link, send it to me if you want. I'll have my moderators post the link in the live chat while we talk. I don't know how much people would donate, but I figured you could use it towards getting a mic and a webcam or whatever to start talking on your channel or anything else you wanted to use it for. I figured it's the least I can do for you coming on and talking with my listeners and I. And he says that's okay. I don't want donations. I'm happy to just come on and talk. Thank you though. That was as simply as he put it, you know. So I promise you guys, this guy is for real. Everything that you heard him say, everything that you heard him talk about, and how passionate he was about what he was saying. It's funny. He won't settle. He won't settle. He wants what comes to him by the means that he is working towards making that happen. And I have so much respect for him. I really I think moving forward, I really want to do everything I can to try to get him some more attention, because the person that he seems to be right now is exactly the person that we were talking to there, man. This is a guy who very, very much he very, very much wants to be successful, but he wants to be successful at doing the things that he loves, and he feels that he can contribute so much to humanity. And I think that he's definitely brilliant enough to do that. And he seems to have so much knowledge, and how much knowledge he has is due to his passion. It's a result of how passionate he is for these things. So I absolutely admire this about him. And I want to see these things happen for him. I don't want to see. I hate to find out that the fact that he has 52 felonies be the reason that he can't live his dream, because he's done everything he can to make it right to his victims. He's done everything he can to make it right, and he didn't physically harm anyone. He he stole their stuff, yeah, he did that. But I mean, he was still a kid. Was he legally still a kid? No. Of course not. But the thing is, though, he's still a kid. Uh, I mean, I remember myself at 19, man. I didn't know anything. I knew nothing. And I find it so strange that this young man can't get a second chance, because I am strongly of the belief that he did his time, and doing your time, at least for nonviolent crimes, I feel this should apply. That he did his time. He did it quietly. He did it like a model prisoner. He was a model prisoner. He did everything he was supposed to do. He didn't engage in drugs. He met all his requirements after parole, during parole, or during his probation period after prison. This is someone who was already had a plan. Once he got caught, he said, "Okay, I'm going to do everything that I can to make my life better, and I'm going to right the wrongs that I made towards my victims." And I don't even like using the word victims, honestly. I'm only using it because he corrected me when we went live and said that they were. And he's right. It's weird. I don't like using that word, because when we talk about victims, we talk, in the true crime community here, guys, when we talk about victims, we're talking about violent crimes, but technically he's absolutely right. But regardless of what the law of how the law stands right now, regardless of what laws stand at the moment, I think it's wrong to overlook this young man's potential, this young man's effort to right his wrongs, and to overlook his genuine want to contribute to his fellow man, to his neighbor. He wants to do what I talk about on here all the time. He wants to make his immediate environment better. And by making himself better and capable of putting out what he can put out that's positive, he can make others' environments better. And that's all he wants to do. And I love that about him. I absolutely love that about this young man. And I got that vibe when I was following his story. But to hear him confirm it to my face was one of the most refreshing experiences I ever had. So yeah, I really want to be able to get behind him and help him in any way that he possibly that can be helped. That he can be helped. There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way to convince someone. And that's the thing is, I'm a patriot. I'm proud to be an American, and I love my freedoms. And to hear him say, "Hell, I'll move to another country. I'll move to another country in order to fulfill my dreams," because nothing's going to stop him. But see, here's the irony in that. The irony is that is a model American. After the fact, I'm not talking about the felonies he committed. I'm not saying that. But what he is right now is a model American, in my opinion, because this country was founded on the idea that if you come here and you're willing to work, and he's born here, but this is a standard for immigrants, much less people at home. If you're willing to work and, do anything you can to fulfill your dreams, then you deserve those dreams fulfilled. This is the country to where you're supposed to be able to do that. I'm of the opinion that if he moves to another country just to be able to fly planes and improve on their engineering, if he has to move to another country to do that, we are quite possibly losing an American treasure. I firmly believe that. He's made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. But he's done everything that you could expect him to do. Why is it so hard? If the idea of prison, right? If the point of prison is rehabilitation, this young man has gone above and beyond the standards of rehabilitation. Not only is he rehabilitated, he is fired up. His spirit is, nothing is going to stop him. Isn't that somebody we want on our side? So I think I'm going to do that, man. I think I'm going to speak up on this stuff a little bit more. I'm actually going to try to get the attention of the FAA or whoever. Hopefully maybe an online maybe a mainstream media source, as reluctant as I am in dealing with them, thanks to Fox 31 in Denver's example. So but and thanks and even thanks to the media that has that misinterpreted his story or misreported his story in order to get more views and to sell papers. I mean, the least they could do is make it up to him. The least they could do is help him undo that image that they helped create. Now, is he responsible for creating that image? Mostly, right. He committed crimes. He committed a bunch of crimes, but they didn't need to blow up his image that way. They could have just reported the news. They didn't have to sensationalize it the way that they did. So, couldn't you guys? Couldn't mainstream media? Anybody who's covered the Colton Harris Moore case in Seattle, maybe listen to where he's coming from now, report him fairly, objectively, truthfully, give him a voice, let him speak up, let him contribute, give him a chance, let him try to earn a chance to contribute what he's capable of contributing. That's just how I feel about it, man. I think a lot of people here feel the same way. So I think that's the least you guys could do. You local news stations in Seattle, I think that's the least that you can do. So I and who knows? Maybe, who knows? I mean, whatever we end up doing is completely up to us. But I mean, is there any indication in his personality that would lead us to believe that he's not going to work as hard as he possibly can to fulfill his ambitions? Is there anything to indicate that about him? Not to me. Not to me in the slightest. So, I mean, let him contribute his know-how. He studied his whole life. This is his passion. This is his love. I mean, he's paid his dues. He's paid his dues, and he's more than willing to pay them moving forward. So, yeah, guys, that's those are my thoughts on Colton right now. And I mean, I absolutely loved just knowing that he's not satisfied. He's not looking for money out of greed, because he's not asking anybody for money. He hasn't asked anyone for money. Even though you heard him talk about money, you heard him talk about how he looks at money. He sees money as the key to everything, right? But what he probably, I don't know if he failed to mention it, but what is it behind his want for that money? I think that is what holds the most currency. I think that is what holds the most currency is how he wants to obtain that money. The intention. The intention is, I want to be able to show the world what I can contribute to it. I want to be able to give it what I feel in my heart I can. And it's a lot. And all I want is the chance to be able to do that. I want the chance to be able to earn my money the way that I dreamed of earning it. I don't think that's I don't think that's I don't think that that's unreasonable. So, yeah, and subscribe to Colton, because I mean, I can't speak for him. I don't know if he's going to start doing things on a YouTube channel or not, but I really hope he does, because I mean, you heard him talking. He's got a lot to say, and he's a natural speaker. He's he's already way better at this than I am. So it would be a shame, but if he could find a better medium, if he could find a better platform, man, please, but yeah, Colton, man, if you're hearing this, I am 150% rooting for you, and I think everybody here in this chat is as well. So I really, really wish you the best, and if you need anything, just let me know. And yeah. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. And I had a great time with you guys tonight. Thanks for listening to me get a little agitated. Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that to you guys, not at the people I called out. They can all kiss my ass. But you guys are fantastic, and I love you. Thanks for logging on. Thanks for participating in the chat. Mods, you guys are the best. And I forgot to say thank you to you guys too. I meant to do that. I'll talk about that a little bit. I want to be clear. I want to tell all of my all of my wrenches. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you, and I don't want you to feel that that I don't, because I'm not very good at direct communication. I get weird about that. I don't know why I do. I just do, and it did cause problems with my last mod team. And I don't want that to cause problems with us. And I don't want you to think that I don't appreciate what you do. I just, yeah, I'm kind of a weird guy, and I get kind of weird about communicating back and forth with people too much. I don't know why I do that. I don't know. We can get into that another night. I think I got a thing about getting too close to people. But anyway, to to all of you wrenches, thank you so much for everything that you guys do, because you guys do a great job, and you do a great job of making everybody feel welcome, which is the most important thing. But the links that you guys drop, you guys are on top of me and everything I'm saying, and I love it. And I'm so grateful to you guys for it. So thank you for all your efforts. It has not gone unappreciated. But guys, I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday night. I had a great time. Thank you so much. And we will do this again tomorrow. That's my plan. I'm going to do this again tomorrow, also probably at a decent hour. The late night thing is only on the nights that I work, but I don't work tomorrow, so I'm going to try to do something at a nice, decent hour. So those of you who usually have to miss my lives because you're asleep, I'm going to try to accommodate you guys as much as I can. But anyway, guys, love you very much. And like I said, we'll do this again tomorrow.